Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So, yeah, I kind of decided that I wasn't done yet. At least I thought I was done with Minnie Pearl here, at least in her current adventure, until I restarted the game a couple of times and just realized how far we were ahead. I mean, we've got all of these CBMs installed. It seems foolish to stop it now, so I'm going to say a little temporary goodbye to our friends here. I've left them in pretty good shape. They've got a lot of food here. They've got some cabbages over here that are ready to harvest. I think I'm going to leave them. But I have done a little bit of work here on the Humvee and expanded things out a little bit. I'm taking a look at it here. We've got our autoclave, our forge, we have our welding unit, our chemistry lab. I even brought the Food Co. Kitchen buddy. We have a freezer and, we have a refrigerator, we have a freezer, we have our charging station here, as well as a workbench that I installed. This acts as a table that you can install into a car. It acts like a crafting table, and if I stand right next to it right here and I eat, we don't get the negative 8 without a table bonus. So it's kind of a two-edged, kind of a double, a twofer right here. I've loaded up the Humvee with food and what I consider to be important items. I do have a tendency to pack rat a lot of things, like we have like 200 chunks of steel. I didn't take all of that, but I took a lot of the important things. I think we're in a good shape let's see. I took off our phase immersion suit over here. Let's go ahead and wear that. The problem with it is it's extremely hot and it's warm outside. So I needed to take that off. We do have our Nodachi. We do have all of our guns. I think it is time to leave. We may be back someday. We may not. But I don't think the adventure is over quite yet. So let's go ahead. We will roll the intro, and we will get on to where I'm wanting to go. And I think the first stop is going to be up here somewhere. Up in this area? Yeah, right there. I found a lab. One that we haven't checked out yet. So that is where we are heading. So let's do it. So I was just driving along, minding my own business, and I happened upon this forest area. It was odd to me because it's like a 3x3 square, which is the size of many structures and things in Cataclysm. And I'm just kind of looking around here because sometimes things can hide in here, and it looks like a generated area to me. It looks a little bit suspicious. I know that sometimes you can happen upon a particular arrangement of some trees that indicates that there is a underground area. I don't think I'm seeing those here. I'm just kind of trying some random things. I don't know. It just looked odd to me. Maybe you know, that's the thing about procedural generation, is sometimes that's the way just things look. Boy, it sure does look awful. It looks awful intentional in its placement. That's a puddle of water. You would be wet if you weren't wearing your phase immersion suit. All right, and I'm getting on the warm side because it is warm outside, and I am driving around in a, I'm walking around in a space suit, basically. All right, well, nothing there. Boy, it sure did look like it, though, didn't it? All right, well, we need to cut in between this area right here and make our way over to that lab. We should be fairly well stocked. What is this, a cave? Oh, that's our other NPC, right? Yeah. I looked through our medical supplies. I did not see another inhaler. Actually, I wasn't intentionally looking for an inhaler. I'm remembering now as I went through them that I didn't remember seeing an inhaler, which isn't the same thing at all. We'll keep our eyes out for an inhaler, though. Even though we're kind of going out on our own, doesn't mean we can't do a good deed every now and then. I think I turned my turrets off. I believe that's the case. Is that a toxic waste dump? Yes. Another good place to get irradiated, so you can do a little bit of mutations. I've not really done a lot with mutagens in Cataclysm. I've taken them, you know, kind of like finding the serums and not really having a plan or anything like that. Just kind of taking them as I come across them in labs because I was like, woohoo! This is a big disappointment. This is one of the new labs. I don't know that there's an auto dock in there or anything useful at all. Where to now then? We've got a couple bridges here. I'm going to try to make my way down there, I think. It may be a big, giant disappointment. But it can't be any more disappointing than this lab was. Yeah, so the new labs, the difference between the new labs and the old labs, at least this is what it was in my last playthrough. What are all these zombies? Oh, there's a mass grave there. All right, makes sense. The new labs have a whole bunch of chemicals and a whole bunch of lab equipment. Actually, let's take a little stop here. Let's take a little stop and stop driving and then come back here and take a look at something here real quick. All right, let's look at something here real quick. We're at cooking 9. One of the things I did was just kind of do a little bit of reading, just in between episodes in general, not necessarily in between this one and the last one. Let's take a look over here at Kim, and we want to look at mutagens. Okay, so basically the way this works is the mutagens cause mutations, which are seemingly random. If we look at just like regular mutagen, it's just going to be like a seemingly random mutation. You know, you get some random trait that could be a number of many things, and then you have these like specific mutagens that kind of narrow down that randomness, but they still can be somewhat random. And then on the other side of that, you have Purifier, which will remove those, but it's not, you don't target the mutation, it just removes a random one. So as you take mutagens, you get mutations, both beneficial and bad. And the idea is as you take them, you want to also have Purifier if you get a really, really bad one. Let's see, for plant mutagens. All right, let's just see what we can make here. Okay, just plain mutagen. We require blob globs, chunks of tainted meat. This happened fetus. Mutated arm, mutated leg, or tainted tallow. I believe the chunk of tainted meat is something you can get off of zombified creatures. And blob globs, well, we run into those all of the time. We also need oxidizer powder or bleach or lye powder or ammonia. And that is where the bleach and ammonia that I think I've referenced that they're more useful late game than they are early game. And that's why. All right, let's see. What do we need? What do we need to make bleach? Can we make bleach? We need salt water. Salt water. And an electrolysis kit, which apparently we have. Excellent. And does our chemistry set... Does our chemistry set count as that? How do we look? I know I have an electrolysis thing, but I didn't think it had a charge in it. Hot plate, electrolysis setup. Yep. All right. Excellent. So we can make bleach. Salt water we can get from a swamp relatively easily. We get infinite amounts of it. If we can find a swamp that is close to a car. Yeah, like up in that area. So they do exist, so that shouldn't be a problem. Ammonia. Did I even spell that even close to right? Why can't I remember how to spell ammonia? It's 2 M's. All right, that actually makes sense. Ammonia, we need scrap metal. All right, I just left all that behind. We need coal, charcoal, or lye powder. All right, we do need lye powder. And we made a lot of lye powder. What did we make that out of? Charcoal. All right, can we make charcoal? Can make it with a charcoal kiln or a charcoal forge. All right, and then I assume we probably need some kind of wood for that. What I was looking up was to see if there was any specific chemical that we needed, because I did grab a lot of chemicals. Scrap metal, clean water, and charcoal or lye. We don't need to make the lye because we have the charcoal. And then water or clean water. All right, that is fine. All right. And if we look up purifier, that requires royal jelly or mutagen. Right? We have royal jelly, actually. Bleach or an ammonia. All right, so bleach and ammonia are the big ones there. And then for just basic mutagens, once we get that basic mutagen, we can pull all these just by using mutagen as well as parts. I don't know what it is that I want to... What road I want to go down? If there is one, or we just do random mutations to see what happens. Medical mutagens require drugs, which I left behind. Okay. Reptile eggs. So maybe we just do a base level and just kind of mutate in a random direction. I'm sure that would be a really good idea, Kitch. Just go for good ones and just chug them all down and see what happens. All right, so we need charcoal and salt water to start our bleach army here. And the end all of that is I don't think we need a new lab. I don't think we need a new lab for that to occur. An old lab, well, there might be blob globs down there, but we can find those. We can find those all over the place. I believe that's a beehive. I bet there's royal jelly in there. There's probably a lot of big giant bees too. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I got to the point where I was actually starting another Cataclysm series. I actually tried to start a couple of extra Cataclysm series. In one of them, I died very quickly because I chose foolishly in how I wanted to do my start. And in the other one, I got kind of a little bit frustrated because I realized that I had this full character that was fully decked out not doing anything at all. Have I been here before? I mean, I know I have. All right. I had this character that was just like raring to go, and there I was trying to start from scratch. Boy, what a little fight going on over there. Amigo, a tough zombie, mold, and a kraken. A little bit of everybody. What am I looking at here? Road stop. Oh, it's like a... Gotcha. Okay. Understand. Like a restroom. Rest stop. That's what they're known. That's what they're known as around here, around these parts. All right, we were gonna head. That is most likely, that endpoint right there is most likely a farm. This goes back into territory that we've already explored, and I don't see any endpoints here. Then the obvious farm, obvious farm, obvious farm, obvious farm. So I think we want to go right. Yeah, and I was planning, as a suggestion was to do kind of a mobile base and to explore a little bit with mutagens. That is not an endpoint we're interested in. I was going to go for robust genetics, but you know, it's one of those things that we've got this character here. She has a really good car. She has all of the equipment already there. We could focus just on mutating and see what happens. So that will be the plan. All right. Bad roadblock. We don't need any storage batteries or advanced solar panels. We do have them installed on our Humvee. So let's go around the roadblock and into this town, which I believe was Cavendish. Yeah. Derelict property. I mean, we'll swing by it. I'm guessing it's just a shack. That's just a tree. So you see a giant fly. What's that? That's a barrette. It's probably looks like some kind of broken mirror. Makeshift bed. All right, nothing I'm interested in, I don't believe. Though this would make a pretty good farming base now that I'm looking at it. You could rebuild some of this area. You have a lot of nice open fields. What's that up there? Oh, that's the giant fly. Okay. Cavendish doesn't have a lot going on in it. There is a bus. And my zoom is going to mess with my driving abilities here. APC. That's going to be a couple of the little machine guns. I'm not worried about it. They don't take the same ammo that we do. All right, now I'm hoping this cuts through. If not, we're going to be in trouble. All right, it does. Fantastic. Are there going to be any vehicles that we're interested in on the bridge? I don't think so. Ooh. Zombie pilots, and a couple of Kevlar zombies. We'll just pull on up here very casually. Go ahead and stop. Let's set our turret targeting modes. We want a Browning. Go to auto. You go to auto. Let's go ahead and wear earplugs if we've got them. All right, and I think that does it. I don't know where these other zombies are. Where are you coming at? Are you coming from the north? Yeah. Okay, there you are. We'll just wait. Actually, I think we're pretty much done with the turrets. I think I could take a grabber. Oh, there's an earthworm. We had one of those in our last series. It was much more intimidating. What are you... What's that effect? Unstable footing. Okay, I can deal with that. Helmet liner. Well, that was a big disappointment. Army Improvised Field Repairs Manual. I believe we have that. We do. It's actually a very good book. It's one of the few books that gives you the ability to make makeshift car parts for, you know, like whenever the engine breaks down. Sometimes it's because of you're missing like a drive belt or something like that, and it can be a pain to go out and actually find a drive belt. That book allows you to actually craft it. All right, let's try to get over to the side here. Police car is all we have on that bridge, but we are on the other side. All right, well, this was a very uninteresting episode, arguably. Anything to the south? Not so much. We'll stay on the road. But I mean, we can't just not do anything here. I tell you what, let's pull here next to this water. We'll stop driving. Let's see, where did I put the medical stuff? It's back here somewhere. Let's eat. Let's go ahead and take like a codeine. And let's eat something. Maybe some dehydrated vegetables. Oh, you don't like that. Is there anything we can cook? Glazed tenderloins. Royal beef. Meat pizza. I want a meat pizza. Can I get a meat pizza with, like, jalapenos, please? I didn't bring the kitchen unit. I just brought the chemistry set because you actually don't need the kitchen unit when you have the chemistry set. All right. That's good. We'll put the meat pizza in the fridge. And we should have a rubber hose up here. I'm hoping we can use this. Fill nearby vehicle Humvee. I want to fill that tank up with salt water. Like, let's do, like, all of it. We actually have to do it this way, huh? We just can't say, fill the tank, man. All right. We have a full tank of salt water now. And let's eat a glass flask of mutagen. We should have much more mutagen than this. All right, there it is right there. Yeah, let's grab these 2 flasks right here, and let's just see what happens. All right, so we've taken our 2 mutagens. We have gained a mutation called Quick. We have gained, or my fleet-footed has turned into Roadrunner. All right, so what does that do for us? Glass Jaw, did I have that before? Okay, right here. Okay, so we drank our first glass of mutagen. We gained a mutation called Glass Jaw, which decreases our head hit points, but our night vision mutation turns into high night vision. All right, then we got Quick and Roadrunner. Boy, we got some good traits there. Glass Jaw is not, it's bad, but it's not too bad. As long as our head's protected, we should be fine. High night vision. I can see incredibly well in the dark. All right, so that's improved night vision. And then we got Roadrunner. Your legs are extremely limber and fast moving. You move 30% faster on flat surfaces. All right, well, so far so good, I would say. I'm very happy with the way all that turned out. And we've got salt water. Excellent. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we'll check out these endpoints down here, and hopefully we will find something good. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good one.